Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing one of the most potential area for the upcoming prelims, and the topic is Nobel Prize. From UPSC's perspective, we doesn't need to know the people who have awarded with Nobel Prize, but we need to know the technical side, that is the inventions and discoveries. It would be a potential science and technology question. So before going to that, we will have an overview of Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize is one of the most prestigious recognition given to people or institutions who have significantly contributed in 6 fields. And the 6 fields are physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, economics, and peace. The Nobel Prize is instituted as per the will of Alfred Nobel. Alfred Nobel is one of the most popular industrialists and scientists who lived in Sweden. He is the inventor of dynamite. The first Nobel Prize is awarded in the year 1901 and it is awarded by Swedish king. The award consists of a medal, a diploma and cash prize. All except Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Stockholm, Sweden. But the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo, Norway. So I would like to discuss a geography topic here, that is about Scandinavian countries. These Sweden and Norway are all Scandinavian countries. There are 5 Scandinavian countries and they are Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark and Iceland. So please note that. So how are nominations done in Nobel Prize? According to statute of Nobel Foundation, no one can nominate himself and such nominations will not be recognized. So the people who can submit nominations are the lawyers, university professors, previous Nobel laureates, committee members, etc. And the class of people who can submit nomination are described in statutes of Nobel Foundation. And the nominations are kept secret for about 50 years. And that's all. We will move on to the next topic, Nobel Prize for Physics. 2017 Nobel Prize for Physics is awarded to Rainer Weiss, Barry C. Barish and Kip S. Thorne for the contribution in LIGO observatory and detection of gravitational waves. So for UPSC point of view, we need to know 2 things, that is what is gravitational waves and what is LIGO observatory. First we will discuss what is gravitational waves. Gravitational wave is a phenomena predicted by Sir Albert Einstein 100 years ago. So gravitational waves is basically ripples in time-space fabric. Consider a stagnant pool. When we throw a stone into the pool, we can see water ripples spreading in all directions. So similarly, when a disturbance occurs in space-time fabric, these gravitational waves are generated. So what are the disturbances? It could be an unsymmetric explosion of a star, or when 2 black holes swirl at the speed of light and collide each other, the gravitational waves are produced. The produced gravitational waves move at the speed of light. Scientists are of the belief that if we can decode this gravitational wave, the secrets of the universe can be unveiled. So what does this gravitational wave do? They distorts time-space fabric. That is, they squeezes and stretches space. So this squeezing and stretching is detected by LIGO observatory. So let's discuss what is LIGO observatory. LIGO is Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory used to detect gravitational waves. They are located in United States of America. There are 2 LIGO observatories. One is Livingston Observatory, which is in Louisiana. Other is LIGO Hanford Observatory, which is located in Washington. They are located 3,000 kilometers apart. They detect and understand origin of gravitational waves, and they use the principle of interference. A connecting fact is that India is planning to set its own LIGO observatory by 2025. So for prelims point of view, we need to know few things. One is, what is gravitational wave? It is ripples produced in space-time fabric. How is it produced? It is produced by collision of black holes or explosion of star. What does it do? It creates distortion in space-time fabric. It creates stretching and squeezing of space. And what is LIGO? They are observatory for detection of gravitational waves. That's all about Nobel Prize for Physics. Nobel Prize for Chemistry. 2017 Nobel Prize for Chemistry is awarded to Jacques Dubuquet, Joachim Frank and Richard Henderson for discovering cryo-electron microscopy. So it is considered as a revolution in biochemistry. So what is cryo-electron microscopy? Before going to that, we will discuss a previous method used for microscopy of biomolecules. Biomolecules are microscopic organisms. It could be virus, bacteria, or fungi, or a cell. The previous method used was electron microscopy. In electron microscopy, it uses a high-powered beam which could destroy the natural material or the biological material. So it will make available only the dead matter for observation. So even solutions cannot be observed under electron microscopy because it vaporizes water. So under cryo-electron microscopy, the object is freezed below 150 degrees Celsius and is observed under electron microscopy. This prevents burning of biological material, and the biological material can be studied in its natural setting, and it doesn't destroy the organelles or the cell or anything. And in this way, cryo-electron microscopy was a revolution in this field. Recently, it enabled scientists to chart 3D image of Zika virus and a protein causing Alzheimer's. So this will help pharmaceutical industry in developing drugs or cure to many diseases. So from UPSC point of view, what we need to know is what is cryo-electron microscopy. It is a kind of electron microscopy in which the object are freezed below 150 degrees Celsius and then observed. Their advantage is it doesn't burn the object. We can study the object in its natural setting. That's all about Nobel Prize for Chemistry. Nobel Prize for Medicine. 2017 Nobel Prize for Medicine or Physiology is awarded to three personalities, Jeffrey C. Hall, Michael Rosbash, and Michael W. Young. They studied molecular mechanism controlling circadian rhythm. And what they did actually was they isolated a gene which regulates this circadian rhythm. So what is this circadian rhythm? Let's understand more about it. All the organisms, including human beings, has an internal clock which directs us what to do. Why we feel sleepy in the night? It is because of these activities of internal clock. This is called circadian rhythm, a rhythm which controls our life. It is a mechanism which controls our daily activity. Any mismatch to this circadian rhythm affects our well-being. Also, circadian dysfunction is responsible for many health conditions like insomnia, depression, bipolar disorder, loss of memory, and it causes many other neurological complications. Also, its misalignment due to today's lifestyle causes many diseases. Like we sacrifice our food and water as a part of our busy life. So this causes lifestyle diseases. So what we should keep in mind for a prelims perspective is, what is period gene? Period gene is the gene which controls circadian rhythm. What is circadian rhythm? It is a mechanism of the body which directs us what to do in our day-to-day life, and any mismatch will affect the well-being. Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize 2017 is awarded to International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapon or ICAN for their contribution in spreading awareness regarding the consequences of nuclear weapons. So more about ICAN. ICAN is a coalition of non-governmental organizations from over 100 countries. It is launched in 2007 in Melbourne, Australia. They are now campaigning for promotion of UN's Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. So let's understand more about United Nations Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. It is the first multilateral legally binding instrument for nuclear disarmament. There are over 120 signatories to the treaty. The treaty prohibits the signatories from manufacturing of nuclear weapons. They also prohibits the parties from transferring or acquiring of nuclear weapons. Also, the parties cannot threaten any other country to use nuclear weapon. So one of the point which is to be noted is, India is not a signatory to the treaty, along with many other countries like US, UK, Russia, France, Pakistan, Israel, etc. So for prelims point of view, we need to know about two things, that is about ICAN and the United Nations Treaty on Nuclear Disarmament. ICAN is a civil society which is engaged in disarmament of nuclear weapon. United Nations Treaty on Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons is a first multilateral legally binding agreement. And one more thing to be noted is, India is not a signatory to the agreement. That's all. Thank you.